Hi guys, day 2 of learning from home. So today's topic is 13-9, which is decimals and money. So I know it's something you're all into, so hopefully you're excited for this lesson. Okay, so let's say I want to buy something. Let's say I want to buy this whiteboard. Okay, here's my price tag. It's $1.43. So how you would read that is $1. The decimal stands for and, so $1.43. Okay? Now, let's say I only have $2. Okay? I have enough. $2 is more than $1.43. But let's say I don't want to use $2. Let's say I want to give them exactly $1.43. What would I need? You're right, I would need some coins. There are many different ways I can make this number in coins, but let's focus on dimes and pennies. Okay, so here are the coins I would need. Can't really see them, but in here I have 4 dimes and 3 pennies. Okay? What can we say about the 43? If I have $1.43, what can I say about 43? Think about what 43 is. Okay, hopefully by now you came up with answers like it's something that's less than $1 or it's part of a whole. Any of those answers or anything similar to that would be correct. 43 does not make a whole dollar. 43 is just cents. So that means we still have a ways to go before we make a whole dollar. So when we have cents, that's part of a dollar. So it's a fraction or a decimal. So let's focus just on dimes and pennies today, which we already did before we left school. Remember when I pulled out the play money and we were working with that? Okay, so we've kind of come back around to it. So I have 1 dime is equal to 1/10 of a dollar, because how many dimes do you need to make one whole dollar? You need 10 dimes. So 1 dime is 1/10 of a dollar. Now if I have 1 penny, what part of a dollar would 1 penny be? If I need 10 dimes to make a dollar, what fraction or decimal would 1 penny of a dollar be? Right? You should have said 1/100th of a dollar, because we need 100 pennies to make a dollar. Now, let's write 143 just as a decimal. I'm going to take away the dollar sign. It's going to look exactly the same without the dollar sign. Okay. How would I write this as a fraction? By now you should realize that it's a mixed number. I have one whole and parts of a whole. So you should have said, you write it as 1 and 43 hundredths. Do you agree? Okay. So now I'm going to take this decimal and I'm going to put it into a place value chart. Okay, so we're working with $1.43. Okay. Here's my place value chart. And here is the decimal that I'm working with, $1.43. So I have ones. Ones is dollars. Tenths is dimes. And hundredths is pennies. Okay. Where would I write the 1 from $1.43? Okay. You should have said you would write it in the ones place because it represents a dollar. Then we have our decimal, and then where would we write 43? You should have said do you agree? Okay. Now, I really want you to pay attention to where each number is and what that place value represents. Okay, so ones place represents a dollar. Tenths place represents dimes, and hundredths place represents pennies. That's going to be really important for you to remember for this next part of the lesson. Okay? And if you don't remember what each one looks like, remember we have the tiny little silver one. Okay? It has this little head on this side and what looks like a torch on the other side. That's a dime. Okay? And then this one's easy because it's the only copper colored one from all of the coins. That's a penny. Okay? This is worth 1 cent, 1/100th of a dollar, 1/10th of a dollar. You need 10 of these to make a dollar. You need 100 of these to make a dollar. So the next thing I want you to do is I want you to write $1.43 using place value words. What does it mean by place value words? Okay. Remember our place value chart. What does it mean by place value words? Okay. Go ahead and talk to your partner and come up with an answer. Just kidding. You don't have a partner right now. But you can talk to your pet or to somebody in your family. Even if they don't know what you're talking about, you can still say it to them. Okay. So, if you're unsure, this is how you would write $1.43 using place value words. So, my 1 is in my ones place, so I have 1, 1 once, okay? Whoopsie. And I have 4/10. And 3/100. Sorry, got kind of sloppy there. Okay, so I have 1 once, 4/10, and I have 3/100. Does that match what I have here? I have 1 in the ones place, 4 in the tens place, and 3 in the hundredths place. Okay, so that's what it means when it asks you to write a dollar amount in place value words. Okay, but then it might get a little different. It might ask you a question like this. Write $1.43 using only ones and hundredths place value words. Okay. Now it's telling you to use only the ones place and the hundredths place to write this dollar amount. For this one, we used all three. We used the ones, we used the tenths, and we used the hundredths. Now, how would we do that? Only using the ones place and the hundredths place. Think about it. Okay. If you're having a really hard time, remember this. This will help you out. Okay. By now, you should have figured out that you can say you have 1 ones and 43 hundredths. Okay, so using only the ones and the hundredths, you would say I have 1 1 and 43 hundredths. Does that match that bottom part right there? 43 hundredths? Yeah. Okay. Now, this is using place value words. You use hundredths, tenths, and ones. Now you're going to be asked to write $1.43 using money words. What are money words? Rich and poor is not an answer. Okay. Money words are dollars, dimes, pennies, nickels, quarters, all that stuff that buys you all those cool things that you guys have. Okay? So my first one says write $1.43 in money words. Is it being specific about what money words it wants me to use? No. So that means use all of them. We have dollars, we have dimes, and we have pennies. So use all three to answer this. Okay? So you have $1 plus 4 dimes plus 3 pennies. Okay, you have $1 plus 4 dimes plus 3 pennies. Does that match this? $1, 4 dimes, and 3 pennies. Yes. Now, here's another way they might ask you the question. Write $1.43 in money words using dollars and pennies. So they're telling you which money words to use this time. So let's think about it. If you have 43 cents, how many pennies would that be? So you would write this one $1 plus 43 pennies. So we have $1 and or plus 43 pennies. No, that's not the one I want. Does that match this right here? We have 43 out of 100. 100 is pennies. 43 pennies. Okay. Now, some of you might be wondering, how come I use a plus symbol here and here? And how come for this one, I use the word plus, and for this one, I used commas, okay? Your book or your test can use any one of those, okay? So be careful. If you see the word and, if you see a comma, if you see the word plus, or if you see a plus sign, it all means the same thing. So please don't get confused, okay? Now, ready to try one on your own? Okay. Alrighty. Erase this for you. Okay. You guys are going to work with this dollar amount, okay? On a piece of paper or in your head, okay? I want you to show me this as a fraction. And then I want you to place this into the place value chart. Where would it go? So I'll give you guys about a minute, 30 seconds to do this. I'll write it as a fraction first. We have 2 wholes. I'm sorry, not 2 wholes, 5. We have 5 whole dollars. And we have 22 over 100. Now, that's $5.22. So you should figure that 5 would go under the dollars and then 22. Okay. I can show you here how to make 22 with these coins. I have 2 dimes, that's 10 and 10, so 10, 20. Okay. And then I have 2 pennies. 1, 2. So 22. 22. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you to write that in all of those word ways that we did. Okay. So I want you to write. Sorry, it's going to get kind of messy. Alright. I want you to write 522. Okay. You don't have to write on a piece of paper if you don't want to. You can just say it out loud or think about it in your head, but I suggest you write it on something so that way you see if you got it right. Write $5.22 using place value words. So place value words, meaning ones, tenths, hundredths. And then I want you to write it $5.22 using only ones and hundredths place value words. So while you do this, I'm going to erase the next one so that we're ready to go. Okay. You should have gotten you have 5 ones plus 2 tenths plus 2 hundredths. Sorry, this is messy. So you have 5 ones plus 2 tenths plus 2 hundredths, which matches our place value chart. We have 5 ones, 2 tenths, and 2 hundredths. Now, what if I only want to use my ones and my hundredths? Should have 5 ones plus 22 hundredths. So we have 5 ones plus 22 hundredths. Okay, and if we look at our fraction way, it should match that. And the next way, using money words. Okay. So write $5.22 in money words and write $5.22 in money words using only dollars and pennies. So I'll give you a second to think about that or write it down. You guys like my Hannah Montana cup? Okay, you should have some idea by now. You should have $5 plus 2 dimes plus 2 pennies. Sorry, this is really messy. $5 plus 2 dimes plus 2 pennies. And it matches what I have in my place value chart. $5, 2 dimes, 2 pennies. And the next one, I only want to use the words dollars and pennies. So I have $5 plus 22 pennies. So I have $5 plus 22 pennies, which matches what I have in my fraction. Okay, 22 over 100. Remember, 100 represents pennies. So $5 plus 22 pennies. And that's it for today. So the last question I want to leave you guys with is, how are decimals and money related? What is their relationship? How are they similar? Think about that for the rest of the day and have fun doing the rest of your work. Bye!